Hi guys, welcome to Khong Driving, and yes, this is it. This is the Taycan Cross. I know. I expected to see something that's totally different, but it just is a little bit higher than the standard Taycan, and of course it's got this hatch-like thing at the back, but this is Porsche's first attempt at making a crossover. So, well, it still looks very much like a Porsche. So I suppose they wanted to keep the identity of the brand. At the same time, they wanted to go into the crossover market. But I'll tell you what's crossover about this. Well, like in all crossovers, you will have this, the cladding at the sides, or at the wheel wells, and of course at the front. And down here, they have a special plastic cover to protect it against dirt and sand and stuff like that. And of course, it goes across the door sills and also around the rear wheel arches. Okay guys, at the front, this is still very much a Taycan. According to a well-known source, Winston, he says the front is identical to the Taycan. The only difference is you can see the height is a little bit higher. How much higher? Well, in the standard trim, you can get it 20 mm higher. This is 20 mm. 1 inch is 25 mm, yeah, 25.4. So this is 20 mm. And then there's an additional package if you want. It's another additional 10 mm. And what was the original ground clearance? 127 mm. That's about a little bit less than 5 inches. So you get about another inch, in fact less than an inch extra if you buy the standard package, and you can get another half an inch more if you just pay a little bit more. But, well, this is a Porsche after all. And I think when the people designed this, they also wanted you to drive like a Porsche, and I'm sure it does. And I'm just waiting to see when Winston will let me have a go at this. But I don't think he'll let me take it off-road. Winston is sitting over there and he's shaking his head. Okay, so what's so good about this car? Okay, I have the specs here, and I should just read to you. Actually, there are 3 options available. But this is the 4S Cross Turismo. All of them are 4S something, but this is the mid of the range. It's the 4S Cross Turismo. It's, of course, fully electric. It comes with a 93.4 kilowatt hour battery, which is pretty large capacity for a battery because it is worth 490 PS or 485 horsepower. And there's also a launch control, and if you engage launch control, it immediately ups the power to 571 PS. And what is the 0 to 100? Well, 0 to 100 is fantastic in an electric car, as you know, and this one will do 0 to 100 in 4.1 seconds. And the top speed, I'm sure is controlled. It's controlled at 240 kph, or maybe that's the maximum the gearbox can take because of the RPM, yeah? Anyway, air suspension is standard across all the Taycan Cross Turismo models, and yeah, that gives it a lot of comfort. And with air suspension, you know you have all those modes you can play around with, the type of stiffness and stuff like that. Of course, it's nothing but the best for Porsche, yeah? The LED lights taken for granted, so they're the same as in the Taycan sedan, but the suspension, as I mentioned, is air suspension all around, and this looks like, yes, it's a double wishbone in the front. We'll check the back later. And these are 20-inch wheels, staggered sizes. This is 245 something. Wait, let me see. Yes, 245 45 R20 for the front, and at the back is 285. I don't know what's the profile, but what I see here in the brakes is looks like a 6-spot caliper. I think there's no compromise here. The ventilated discs are very, very thick and beautiful looking brakes. It's a pity the rims are sort of like cover the brakes. But I think for electric cars, they seem to want to keep this wheel area covered up for some reason. Maybe it's to do with the what you call energy regeneration, but nobody has told me anything about it so far. It's just my guess. And here you see again the cladding. That is quite nice. And okay guys, this is the charging port. Touch. Woo! Okay, look at that. It is kind of disappears. Then this is the AC charger inlet, and it will take you about 9 hours. Now don't be panicky about 9 hours because this whole car runs on electricity. So therefore the AC charger, which is what you can fit to your home charger unit, when you buy this, I think they give you a home charger, and this you park overnight, it takes you 9 hours to charge. But they also have a DC charger. There's one downstairs. We're in the Porsche Center now, and it can fully charge your car in under 40 minutes. So how do you close it back? Touch it, and it closes. Voila. Wow, very neat. Okay, on the left-hand side of the car, you find the DC charger. Yes, this is the correct way. You slide your finger underneath. And this one you can use either for AC or DC charging. Whereas the other side is just for AC. And DC charging takes less than 40 minutes for full charge. Okay, the back wheels are wider. These are 285/40 series R20 tires. You also get a huge disc, and let's see what it is. Yes, they are ventilated discs, and yes, that looks like a 4-port caliper at the back with ventilated discs too. So stopping will not be an issue with this car. Okay, the angle is a bit tight from the back because there's not much space here for my camera, but here is my best attempt at it. This is the back end of the Taycan 4S Cross Turismo, and what you see is a coupe-like or hatch-like shape at the back with a very small tailgate, and it may look small, but actually with seats folded down you get 1.2 cubic meters of space. So let's see what it is without the seats folded. Wow, very good. It was an intuitive thing. I didn't know where was the handle to open. I just pressed this button and voila, the boot opened. Yes, let's see the inside. Okay, so you can see the boot area. It is quite big actually. You can put in one maybe 28-inch suitcase, and maybe you can put 2 of those suitcases inside here. And inside here, oh, it's just a storage, and no, this part cannot be open. You get a little bit of storage here. I suppose you can put some tools in there lah, but that's about it. Here's a storage space, and you can put some stuff inside here. I can't believe it, guys. This is a tapao hook, and there's another one on the other side. Wow, see? This is a tapao hook, but it also acts as a holder for this part. Yeah, so you can put your tapao here. That's kind of neat. And this kind of reminds me of the old days when you open up the Volkswagen front and you ask, where's the engine? Well, for one thing, electric car like the Taycan does not have an engine. It has a whole bunch of batteries that are lying across the floor, and there are 2 electric motors. It should be somewhere here, because there is one electric motor in the front that drives the front axle, and one more at the back that drives the back axle. That's why this car has got all-wheel drive as standard. And this front part is so Porsche, man. all of them have this little cubby hole here for you to put maybe one overnight case. If you're going to Bentong, maybe you can put about 10 durians inside, I suppose. Okay, how does it feel? Well, inside this is very, very Porsche. Let's see. Okay. Key not detected. Put key in storage compartment. Okay, they didn't give us the key. Yes, there's a key. No. No, there's no key here. Well, I suppose they don't want any accidents to happen. Because to start this car there's no sound. You just turn on a switch and the electric motor is on. And if it's in gear, you just step on the accelerator and the car starts moving. And it moves very, very fast. So, okay, maybe for our own safety, they didn't want to give us the keys. Never mind. But here we have a very nice, okay, all this is very, very Porsche, but in comparison to other Porsches, this is actually quite simple. The steering is so much more simplified, and the dashboard, there's nothing much to see. Everything's in the screen up here. Key not detected. This is the start button, and it doesn't have a key. I suppose they want to keep it safe. And you have on this steering is actually, it's sweat leather, and it's a kind of a sweat leather. I wonder how well this will keep, but well, it's a Porsche. And the controls are a bit more simplified because they have here what looks like a volume control for the audio, and this is the phone controls. That's about it. And then of course you have here is the drive mode. We cannot see what they have because we don't have the key, so it's not on, so we can't see. But anyway, we'll try to get the car for a drive and see what happens. But I can see here they have traction control and suspension settings, and also the height. Yeah, this one looks like the right height adjustment. And here are your headlights, and I suppose over here you get your speed. This is your gear lever. Yeah, you have reverse, neutral and drive. So just 3 positions there. Over here you have a screen. It's a touch screen, and this opens the boot. Yeah, this opens the rear boot, and here you get your drink holders. This is an ashtray. Not very much used nowadays because most people don't smoke, but of course you can smoke in this car if you want. This one looks like your infotainment screen, and you get a little nice analog clock over there. So driving position, good. Cruise control, and this is your signal, and these are your wipers controls. So the inside is nice and simple, but what I like is this T-shaped kind of dash, and you get a bit of storage down here, and that's about it. Very nice and simple. Lines are very, very nice and clean. Everything is in its place, and there's no clutter at all. Seating inside is quite comfortable. There's plenty of leg room, of course, and well, this is a large car. In terms of airbags, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, and there are another 2 in the seats here. So that's 6 airbags that I can count. There could be more, but what I see is 6. Okay guys, so how much do these cars cost? The lower spec one, which is the Taycan Cross Turismo, starts from 645,209 ringgit. Okay, that is the sales price before road tax and before customization. I'm sure there are a few things you can customize, and that will cost a little bit more, but we don't have details now. And the middle of the range, which is this one, is the Taycan Cross Turismo. Only will set you back 728,727 ringgit. Still quite affordable if you have money. Okay, and the final one, which is the Taycan Cross Turismo, and That one starts from 968,928. So that's it for our presentation on the Taycan Cross Turismo. Hope you liked it. And so till we meet again, bye-bye.